everyone. I am super excited to be coming to you tonight and announcing that I am prepping to lead in a few weeks my very first totally online Bible study. And I'm very excited about it. And I would love for you to join me. I'm going to need all of your questions and comments because when I'm done with the online video series, I'm going to turn it into a book that people can use to study themselves and to further their spiritual growth. And I'm going to need all your questions and comments to make sure that I adequately answer them in my book. So I'm super excited about it. And I am getting ready to do the book of Jude. Now, if you've never heard of the book of Jude, it's right before the book of Revelation. And if you aren't looking for it, you will likely fly right past it because it is one chapter long. That's it. But despite it being so short, it's actually packed full of insightful things for Christians that we need today. And that's why I've chosen this book. You may have noticed that I changed the logo on my website and my social media pages, and it includes running the race. And that's what I focus on. How can we run this race of life in a way that brings glory to God, and that when we die and we face Him, that He will look at us and say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." And so that's what I am going to be doing and focusing on. And Jude is the first book that I'm going to be doing. Now, what is Jude about? Jude is about false teachings and false theologies. And you might be thinking that's a really weird place to start, but it actually makes a lot of sense because if you look out into society today, we are facing so many things that may look Christian, but aren't. And we see things that are trying to pull us away from godly living and righteous living. And sometimes we can't tell the difference between what's right and what's not. And we need help wading through that. And Jude does exactly that. So if you're a leader in your church, if you're somebody who teaches or is responsible for the spiritual health of the people or the church itself, if you are a pastor or an elder or anybody with authority in the church or in a teaching position in the church, this book is for you because you're responsible to make sure that people don't get led astray. And if you're not one of those people, if you're what we call a lay person who attends church but doesn't have responsibility over anybody else, this book is still for you. Why? Because you need to be able to recognize good theology and bad theology, or wolves in sheep's clothing, so to speak, right? Not just for yourself, but also for your family, for your friends, for people you come into contact with. This is something that we are facing a lot today, and it's not new. The church was facing it back then at the beginning of Christianity as well. And Jude speaks to this. And it's very important that we understand and know this very tiny but very important book. So this Bible study will be starting in a few weeks. I'll give you an exact date on my social media pages. That way you can be prepared and ready. If you go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe, you'll definitely get notified every time a new video posts. So that's probably a good thing to do. Also, on my social media pages, I will make sure to link to PDFs. These PDFs are for all of you people who like homework in between video sessions. And they'll be free downloads, you won't have to pay. But if you stay subscribed to my channel or to my social media, then you will definitely get the links to those when they get posted. So I'm real excited to do this study, and I hope you will join me on this venture. Until next time.